So good morning, everybody. This is Rachel Allen with BreakOut Studios. Welcome to this phenomenal space. Somebody mentioned to me the other day the TRX straps were down, and I was like, what? They're tucked.
Who tucked?
For Janet. Yeah, they're not gone. We'll be back, we promise. This morning we're going to be doing some booty and some belly. We're going to start with a little bit of a warm-up. Traditionally, if you have not worked with me yet or you're coming back and we're just kind of getting going again, I usually do what's called a 50-40-30, or I'll sometimes do a 30-40-30. Today is your lucky day, being the 4th of July, hence red, white, and blue. Notice the attire, that's about as red, white, and blue as I got, but we're in it to win it. We're going to be starting with 50-40-30s in terms of our traditional sets. So if at any point you find yourself getting fatigued or hip flexors get tight or you just need a pause, guess what? You're in your own home, your own space. No one's watching. Keep your eyes on your own mat, whether you're at home or whether you're in the space. So don't worry about what I'm doing. Feel free to modify. We're actually going to go weight-free today because I really want everybody just to focus on the core functional muscles that we're going to be working today. Where, like I said, we're going to be working the core, being the belly, hips, thighs, glutes, and all of that good stuff. So we're actually going to start with what's called an inchworm. I'm going to show you the move, and then I'm going to set the timer. We're going to be going 40 seconds on the inchworms. Then we're going to do a plank because we're going to continue to warm up that core before we come to stand. We're going to do a plank with a knee up. And what that looks like is a knee to elbow tuck. So let me show you those two moves, and then we'll set the timer and we'll get moving. So the inchworm, my feet are about hip width apart. My shoulders are rolled down and back. I'm going to start with a hinge. I'm going to hinge forward, making sure my belly button is back towards my spine. I'm lengthening down the back of my legs. I'm actually going to walk myself all the way out to a full plank position. In this position, my belly button is back. I'm going to go ahead and take a push-up if you choose, if you want to just hang out in the plank, and then take that walk back. Try to keep the legs fully lengthened. Part of this is warming up, getting that stretch going. It's a good dynamic stretch before we do leg work. We're going to do that 40 seconds. The second movement, like I mentioned, we're going to be coming down to a plank position. If you are a forearm planker, honor yourself here. Otherwise, you can press up to a palm. Some people are fist planks also. So whatever your choice is, we're just going to be taking a plank and we're going to be wrapping the knee to the elbow, nice and centered, warming up the lower abdominal wall. So that's going to be a 30-second set. We're going to be doing those two moves back to back. We're going to go 2 times through. I'm going to set the timer. We're going to start with that 40-second set. In 5, 4, 3, 2, walk it out. Hinge forward, belly button back. Come all the way down. Find your full plank. Take that push up, press on up, and walk on back. Roll up if you can, stacking the spine. Really getting the stretch on in the body. Getting ready for the leg work. Belly button back, back, back. If you think of it as when you hit your plank, you come on down, inhale, exhale through your push-up. It allows you to move better. Making sure you're breathing is what's really important here. Looky, there it is. Not so bad, huh? Round 1 done. We're going to go into that plank with a knee up. So find your position. If you need a mat, use a mat. Find comfortable ground. We're just going to go 30 seconds on this set. Go ahead, find your plank. Let's come on down. I'm a forearm planker for this bad boy. We're going to go knee tap in 3, 2, 1. Tap that knee. Bring that knee right to that elbow. Wrap. It's a good stretch for the hips too. Exhale as you wrap. Inhale as you come back. Couple more here. Last one each side. Let's make it balanced. Good. Press on back. We're going to come to stand. Last time through, warming that core up. Heart rate might be up on that one. If you need to just hold with plank, just hold with plank too. And another way, just a thought, if you're just coming back and planking is extreme sport, shoulders down and back, tabletop, just bring that elbow right to, or knee to elbow on that. You can do it that way too. We're going inchworms. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the shoulders down and back. Lengthen through the spine. Walk it out. Make sure you're breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Lengthening through the back of the legs. Rolling up. Stacking the spine. Think of it as deconstructing and reconstructing that core. Getting it warm, warm, warm. All the way up. Chin your chest. Walk it out. Full length. Full push-up. Come on up. Great way to start the day. Before all those hot dogs. I was wondering if anybody's doing snoring dogs. Is that anti-American? All right, we're going. Last one. I'm thinking snoring dogs. My kids love those. All right, there it is. We're going plank with knee tuck. This time I'm going to go on my palms of my hand just so you can see what that looks like. If you're better on the forearms, hang out there. You want to go full, we call quadruped, hands, knees, totally your call, but guess what? Only 30 seconds. We're in it to win it. 3, 2, 1. Let's wrap and press and wrap. Exhale as you wrap. Inhale as you press back. Remember to hit home every time. What that looks like is drive through those heels. Find that center. Warming up hamstrings, glutes. This is full core press here. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe, breathe. Last one. Last time. Last side. Good. Gently come on down. Catch your breath, take a sip. We're going to come to stand. So, we're going to start our 3 exercises back to back to back. We're going to be going 50, 40, 30s, as I promised. We're going to start with a sumo squat, which means a slight turnout. I usually like my heels directly underneath my hips. When I'm in my traditional squat, my stance is a little bit more narrow. This one, we're going to paddle those toes right on out. We're going to drop the body weight right through center. So try to keep those knees back. Sometimes our tendency is to float them forward. Use the booty, keep the hips or the knees back. So we're going to sit down into a sumo squat first. Then we're going to get our sway on. We're going to use the hamstrings. We're going to guide and direct the body gliding through center from side to side. Then our last exercise, we're going to widen that stance. Hands come nice and high, shoulders down and back, belly is in. You're going to reach from side to side. In that reach as I fall over, make sure the toes are still pedaled in. Over turn out, you will fall. You're going to reach from side to side. Try to get the max extension, max contraction as we go from side. We're going 50, 40, 30s, starting with that sumo squat. I'm going to set my custom timer. 50 seconds is going to go on the clock. If you're ready, paddle those toes out. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop. Drive through those heels as you come up. Inhaling and exhaling. If you're choosing to weight this at home, you can keep the weights by the hips. You can bring them up to the shoulders, engaging the core. You can always bring the weight overhead as well. That increases your cardiovascular. We're already using what are called prime movers. So making sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling, max contraction on the glute at the top. Exhale up and up. Breathing, breathing. Good. Keep it going. You have about 10 seconds remaining in this set. Inhaling, exhale, max contraction. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Catch your breath. We're going to get that sway on from right to left. The way I usually like to think of this is I never fully arrive, right? Which means that I'm always keeping those quads and hammies moving and active. This is only a 40-second set. We're in it to win it in 3, 2, 1. Sway. Weight is in the heels. Allow those hamstrings to glide you through center. Breathing, breathing. Breathing, breathing. Hope you have good music on at home. A little quiet here for me. It's all good though. You hear my breathing, which means I'm breathing, which is good. Make sure you're breathing. We're already more than mid-set. So driving through those heels, try not to lock the knee from side to side. Keep a gentle bend or a slight bend in those knees. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake that one off. So we're going to come right back out to that wide stance. We're taking those heel reaches. Shoulders roll down and back. Make sure, I guess the easiest way to think of it is not necessarily a tuck, but a drop of that tailbone. driving the weight through those heels. We're gonna take that side to side heel reach. We're going 30 seconds on the clock. We're gonna begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach. Stretch and contract, side to side. Try to keep low, keeps the heat on the legs, right? So inhaling and exhaling. Try to keep the belly button back towards the spine. You're gonna feel it, I promise. Inhale. Good. Reach, reach. Last one, and there it is. Round one, check, check. We're going to the top. We're coming back to those sumo squats. So toes are gonna be pedaled out. Catch your breath. If you need a sip, take a sip. This is your time, your space. We are going 50 seconds, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop and press. Inhale, exhale. Exhale up. Todd and I were talking about what a different 4th of July, right? So wondering what everybody's doing. A lot of home things, I'm sure, right? So what is safe? I know we're getting sparklers for Mr. Coop Coop. It's not 4th of July without a sparkler, right? So sparklers, and I don't even know what they're called, but those little black things that coil out like a snake. See if we can find those. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. We're going 40 seconds, sway to sway. And just so you know, we're only going to be working about 45 minutes. So definitely pace yourself, push yourself where you can, because 45 minutes goes by really quickly. And after this, ballet. You have a nice little pause to reset, hydrate. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, sway it out. Keep the tension on, weight in the heels. Once again, never fully arriving, using the hamstrings and butte butte to move that body. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing, breathing. Belly button is still in, tailbone is dropped, shoulders down and back. Nice posture. Just feels good, right? You're already more than mid-set. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake it off. We're gonna come back. Guess what? Reachy, reachy, reachies. Let's go ahead. Find that comfortable yet challenging place. Try to keep the heat on those legs. We're gonna be doing some work on the floor after this. So I promise there's a break. I tend to go from floor to ground, giving the body a reprieve. Come on down, elbows back, reach, reach. Don't forget to exhale. Belly button back, back. Good, stretch. See if you can reach a little further. Think outside of that knee, reaching for the little toe. How far can, or how close can I get to that floor, to that ground? Got your rotator muscles going. Obliques firing. And hopefully, rectus abdominis. Everything pressing. Corset belly. Reach, reach. Last one each side. Let's go. Walk it off. Good. Like I mentioned, we are going down to the mat. So if you need to hydrate, this is a good place to do it. I'm going to demonstrate the 3 moves. We're going to be going 50, 40, 30s just like we did. Keep it nice and simple. So our first move I like because it allows the core to be engaged and it invites me to learn how to hinge and keep the lower abdominal wall up and in while I walk up. This can be done on the forearms or palms. I'm going to do it on the palms. My shoulders are rolled down and back. I'm in a full plank position. Weight is shooting out of my heels. My core is completely engaged. From here, I'm going to start with a pike first by bringing my belly button back and up. As I hinge, I'm going to start to walk up. I want to get to a full position where my heels are still up off that ground. And I'm going to take a little pike at the top, come to the very tippy top of my toes, come back to the balls of my feet, and I walk back. So we're gonna be going 50 seconds with this, so pace yourself. So even if you start with just a walk up and don't worry about the pike, totally fine. But just focus on the form over everything. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2, we're gonna be in a bulldog. Hands, think quadruped. My hands are directly below my shoulders, my knees are directly below my hips, so check your form, nice flat back. So tabletop, you're gonna hover. The closer the knees are to the ground, the better the resistance and the better the workload. You're gonna press back to your plank position. Make sure you're mastering your full plank. You're gonna take a heel lift right and a heel lift left. Guess what? Walk up to your bulldog. You're gonna hang. You're gonna walk back. You're gonna take left and a right. So, in that, as you lift your heels up off the ground, most important component here is that the more you keep that core engaged, you will find less wobble in your hips. We don't want those hips to rotate externally or opening up. We want to keep them nice and parallel towards that ground. So that's our exercise 2. Exercise 3 is a little bit of a beast. I come down onto my forearms. We're going to go hip dips. You want to roll all the way, tap the hip if you can. You're going to come right back up through center. Keep hovercraft on, nice and close to the mat, and then you're going to dip the other hip. Come back through center. We're going to alternate right and left. This is our 30-second set though. So even if you just need to hang out and plank partway through it, honor your body, but guess what we're starting with? We're going to start with those plank walk-ups. We're going 50 seconds. We're going to roll it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plank, walk it up. Tiptoe all the way to the top, where your stretch is, pike all the way up, and then begin to walk down. Make sure the lower belly is in. Find your full plank. Belly button back, hinge. Creep all the way up. Up, 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 up. Pike. Think Greg Louganis, right? The master. And press back. And creep up. Balls of the feet, pike. Come on down. Rock on back. Inhaling and exhaling. If you can exhale as you're walking up into that full pike and start the inhalation as you're walking back, it's a great time to replenish, yeah? Exhale. Get the belly out of oxygen, getting max contraction on those muscles, and walk, 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 walk. Pike! It's just fun. And there it is, round 1. Nice work, everybody. We're going bulldog. Bulldog, step back, heel lifts, creep back into your bulldog. Remember, the closer you are to the ground, the more difficult it is. Just remember to keep those knees under your hips. Start moving those knees too far forward. You're going to feel a little bit of a pull. We don't want any strain on those knees. We're going 40 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, lift, lift. Try to keep the head in alignment with your shoulders. We don't want any dropping. It creates too much tension on the neck. Walk it up, walk it back, lift, lift, walk it up, walk it back. If you find your rhythm, timing, and tempo, see if you can alternate the walk up, the walk back. Otherwise, hang out. You'll feel it either way. I promise. Exhale up, center, back, up. Clock is going, I promise. Look, there it is. Nice. Press on back. 30-second round. Hippie dippies. See how close you can stay to that mat? It's more difficult if you do what's called tenting, which is where the hips are really high. That's a really long reach. So the closer you can be at the mat, on your hip dips from the start, I promise you, the easier it's gonna be. Let's roll it out in 3, 2, 1. Dip and dip. Exhale as you roll from side to side. Good. You're more than halfway through this bad boy. You've got this. There it is. Press back. Stretch it all out. If you want to go child's pose, reach, happy woman, whatever you're most comfortable with. We're starting at the top again. In just a few seconds with that 50-second plank to pike, walk up. So remember where you left off, think about your position, your alignment, and if you can build on that this time, build on it. We're pressing back in 3, 2, 1. Pike it up. Balls of the feet all the way up. Walk it all the way back. Find your full plank. Press it up. Inhaling and exhaling. Pike. Walk it back. Good. Exhale up. Whoop. Walk it back. Walk it up. Walk it back. Belly button back towards that spine, from high to low. You'll hear me say often in class, just because the body is leaning forward does not mean the belly goes forward. We want to keep that spine stable, lower back protected. Grip, 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 grip. Hoop. And back. Clock is on. See if you can get a couple more in here. There it is. And gently come on down. We're going to position ourselves for our bulldogs with our walk back. Once again, see where you can maybe hover a little closer, hold that extension a little longer, using that glute max. Your choice, your workout. Guess what? It's 40 seconds. We're in it to win it in 3, 2, 1. Press back and lift and lift. Walk it up. Walk it back and lift and lift. Walk it up and back. Breathing through the entire exercise. Don't forget to breathe. And we tend to have what's called a dominant side of the body that will usually want to lead. So just check in with yourself and notice if your left leg always wants to pull forward, and see if you can let the right leg pull forward first on the next go round. Exhaling, exhaling, breathing, breathing. Last one, last time, last lift. There it is. Press back. We're going hip dips. A mere 30 seconds, folks. A mere 30 seconds. Clock is going on. Find your hovercraft position. We're in it to win it in 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. Side, center, side. Hover right above the ground. Try to keep those hips nice and stable. We're going to be coming to a standing series after this, giving the belly a little bit of a rest. We'll be coming back down though, I promise. Let's go. Whoop and whoop. Stretch it back, child's pose. Breathe, hydrate, and then we're going to get going on the ground, or up on the standing, I should say. So like anything, as we're moving through this, I'll offer some modifications as we go, but crab walks can be done weighted or non-weighted. The most important piece or aspect of the crab walk, whether it's banded or not, is you want to make sure you're using the medial glute, which means that the feet need to be parallel. If I turn out, I tend to be leading with my quads. So in this, we want to hinge back. So goal again is hinging back, belly button back. You're going to step laterally, inviting that medial glute to do the work. So we're going to take 4 steps to the right. At the end of that 4, we're going to take 2 nice and clean reverse split lunges. And that's 2 each side. Once we're done with those 2, guess what? We're going to crab walk 4, making sure the feet are parallel, allowing the booty to do the work. We're going 4x4, 2x2s. We're going to go into butterfly squats because they're just fun. Just like the name of them alone. So my feet are parallel. This one you're going to want to be a little bit more narrow on because you're going to be paddling your toes out. So you're going to sit back into your ideal squat, making sure the torso stays up, hinging back in those hips. So as I sit back, I get as low as I possibly can into my squat position. From my low position in my squat, I'm going to paddle my toes out, go back to my squat, I'm going to paddle my toes back in, and I come to stand. That's 1. We're going to be going 40 seconds. Then we're going to play a little bit. We're going to go into a side lunge. We're going to go 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. What that looks like is, I'm going to sit back into my side lunge. I'm gonna flip, I'm gonna hit my split stance lunge. Making sure knee over ankle, hip over knee. No shearing forward on either direction, yeah? Protecting the knee. So make sure your stance is wide enough. Make sure the belly button is back. And make sure as we move, if you need to modify, modify. If you want to hang out in the side lunges, hang out in the side lunges. Have difficulty flipping, just go ahead and hang out in the split lunges again. Totally your call. But we are going 50, 40, 30s, starting at the top with the crab walks, 4x4s. I'm setting that timer. We are going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, sit back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunge and up and lunge. See how low you can get, right? So really make sure the energy is driving through that heel. Guess what? We're walking back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and up and down. Good. Last one each side. Good. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Back and up, back. I like the wobble. You hear me say that often too. It tells me where I am either moving too quickly, so I'm not stable yet, and I'm throwing my limbs around. So try to complete each move until you become, looky there, there's the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Shake it off. So if I'm moving from side to back, if I'm not centered yet, that's where the wobble comes in. So I get to kind of pause and get myself centered. We're going butterfly squats. We're going to go 40 seconds. Make sure the weight is in the heels. It's going to allow you to paddle those toes out and paddle them back in more quickly. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Drop, paddle, paddle, full up. Drop, paddle. Exhale on that up. That's usually the best place to catch that breath. Max contraction. Prime movers are moving. Can you feel it? Up. Up. Focus on that up. Look at, there it is. Let it go, shake it out. If you need a quad stretch, take that quad stretch. Heel to glute, knee to knee preferred. Contract through that glute. It's gonna allow the max stretch in that front and that hip flex. Go ahead, shake it out. We're going side lunge to side lunge, 30 seconds on that right side. Remember to hinge back. The further you hinge back, flip that toe, your lengthening leg will be better able to stay lengthened. If you start crimping up, focus on the hips going back. It'll add some length. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, sit back and come to side. Sit it back. Drive up to the heel of that right foot. That is your focus on this set. Back and drop. Make sure, again, you're gonna hear it ad nauseum. Belly button back, back, back. Good. Drop and press. Last one. Time flies when you're having fun. Left leg is moving, which means you're gonna drop back into that left side, flip the toes to that drop. 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop and face and drop and face. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. Make sure every time the body comes to upright, that's your exhale. Last one. There it is. Guess what? We are done. We're going to the top. We're going to those crab walks, 4x4s, 2x2, stepping back. See if you can shift a little bit. See if you can come a little lower. Stay a little lower on those reverse lunges. Your last time through this set, 50 seconds is going on the clock. We're in it in 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, and press, press. Good. Press, and press. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, press. Last 2. This side, going back 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive, drive. Todd's got his own rhythm going. I see his head bobbing. We're going.
Always.
We're going to go one last time once we're done with this. I don't want anybody wobbling in circles. 3, 2, 1. Press, press. Challenge yourself if you can. Last one each side here. Nice. Let it go. Shake it off. We're going butterfly squats. A mere 40 seconds. Shake off those legs. You may be feeling it about now. I aim to please. We're about midway, a little more than mid-class. So we're going butterfly squats. Feet hip a little wider than hip width, dropping back, paddling those toes out. Clock is on. 3, 2, 1. Drop, paddle, paddle, press. The further you can bring the weight into the heels, meaning body, back of the body, those quads are gonna feel lighter, even though there's a little bit of work in that paddle. Last one, let's drop, center, and up. Shake it out. Let's get that quad stretch on real quick. Dropping knee to knee, contract that right glute. Hand to foot. None of this, make sure the knee is parallel. Inhale, exhale. Let it go. Let's hit that other side. Knee to knee. Dropping that tailbone, belly button is back. Back, back, back. Guess what? 30 second set. Easy breezy, beautiful. We're going side lunge to side lunge or split lunge. We're gonna go just 30 seconds, starting with that right side. We're in it in 3, 2, 1. Side lunge. Nice. Good. Make sure you're breathing. What a beautiful day, too. We had our first monsoons this weekend, or this week I should say. I was up in Tucson, I think Wednesday or Thursday night it was. It was Wednesday and Thursday actually. Got a little rain, and it didn't stop anybody from coming out there. Hopefully I'll see you on the mountain. There it is. Let's switch sides. Left leg lead. We're hitting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it and swap it. Drop and swap. Last one, let's drop and let's swap. Good, let's go ahead and hydrate. We're gonna be going back down to the mat. This round, we're going 30, 50s, 40s, okay? So our first one we did a play on last week, which is a split V-up sit-up. We are doing today starfish. So we're gonna be doing some starfish sit-ups, which I will show you. To get my little hydration on. And then we're gonna do an isolated glute bridge, which is where your feet are together. And then we're gonna come up into a sit-up from that position. So 2 movements, 1 exercise. And then we're gonna go into our leg lift to a hip lift to a leg lower, lift, hip lift. I'm gonna show you those 3 moves. Definitely want something underneath your back for a little bit of support or safety, because we're gonna be rolling up and down. So belly button is still back. Ooh, move back. Back. All right, so we're going starfish. So think of a starfish. We're laid out. You're gonna come all the way up, all the way down. Hit the ground in between, yeah? So no shortcutting. And then you're gonna reach all the way to the other side. So even if it's a reach here, I'm a happy woman. It's warming up the upper abdominal wall and the lower abdominal wall. You get all the way up, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Exercise 2, my feet are coming together. Takes my hamstrings out of the way and allows my booty to get more isolation. I'm going full glute press. I'm gonna come all the way down. I'm gonna come all the way up and tap that mat. I'm gonna come all the way down. I'm going glute press, all the way down to all the way up. This is gonna be our 50-second set, so pace yourself. If you feel more comfortable hanging out in that glute bridge, doubling down on that, and single on the roll up, happy woman, your workout. Exercise number 3 in our set. This is really important on this, making sure the small of the back is protected. For some of us, it looks like our hands being by our hips. Shoulders are rolled down and back, otherwise hands can be out to the side. You're gonna lift those legs up off the ground. That hip lift is a small move. You're gonna flex those feet, you're gonna let the lower belly do the work. No over the body, no momentum, right? So straight up towards the ceiling, control that lower, find your extension, all the way up, little lift, all the way low. That's gonna be our 30-second set. Because it's got a lot of hip flexor work in it, so some of us get really tight or have tight hip flexors, so you're really gonna feel that move, so pace yourself. Definitely honor, and even if you need to double up on the heel lift and then single the leg lift, I'm a happy woman. Guess what? Just glad you're working out. So we're gonna start with that 30-second, oh, I did it backwards. We're going 30, 50, 40s. So I lied. We're going 30 seconds of the starfish. So finding our max extension, right hand, all the way opposite energy of that left leg, and crunching down the midline. We're gonna press up into our maximum star. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. Reach up and up. Try to get that pelvic tilt on about there. That allows you to come all the way up and maximize that reach. Belly button back. Lengthen, that was it. Time flies. Feet are coming together, 40-second set. Full glute bridge, 2. Full sit up. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press. And come on up. You might need to, I have to adjust my feet sometimes. Come on up. Tuck that chin to chest. Tap that mat. And press. And up. So deconstructing, rolling that spine up off that ground and rolling it back down is usually the safest way to move, right? So chin to chest, come all the way up. Exhale. Chin to chest. Up. Taking those legs out. Allows that belly to work a little harder. Last one. Clock is ringing. There it is. Guess what? Leg lift to hip lift. So once again, if you need to cross your legs, it invites those inner thighs to support you in your lift. Just make sure the small of the back is supported. We are going leg lift to hip lift. This one is only a 40-second set. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that lift. Once your feet are above those hips, lift and come down. Exhale up, lift. Belly button back towards that spine. If you feel anything on the small of the back, just limit that range of motion. Try to keep the tension in the core, not in the back. No hyperextension. Exhale up and lift. Inhale. Exhale up, lift. Inhale. Exhale up, lift. There it is, last one. Lift, lift, and rest. Stretch the body out, wiggle it just a little bit. We're going back to that top. So exercise 1 is going to be our starfish. So modify accordingly. Still see if you can tuck that chin to the chest. It just feels good. as you reach for the opposing toe. Opposite limb. We're going. Let's go ahead and lengthen the body. And let's bring it up, up. And come on down. And up. Exhale, up. Last one. There it is. We are going feet together. Glute bridge to sit up, tapping that mat in front of you. So our last 50-second exercise. Pace yourself breathing. If you find a movement within that, out of those two that feels better, hang out with that. Then we just have one last exercise, and then we're going to move into a stretch. So let's go ahead. 50 seconds. We're going glute bridge to sit up. Let's bring it. Bridge. Use that glute. Come on up. Come on down. Hollow out that lower belly. Chin to chest. Rappy tap tap. Deconstruct. Belly back. Feeling it, right? Me too. Press. And up. Struggle is real. Keep meaning to get t-shirts or half moves. Yeah. That's what makes it real, right? Hup. My hips are fighting to help. Up. Deconstruct. Come on down. Press it up. Chin to chest. Tap. Tuck it. Press. Chin to chest. Fight, fight, fight. There it is. Perfect time. Muscle failure. All right. Last set. We're going leg lift to hip lift. A mere 40 seconds. And then we're going to have fun stretching it. Well, stretched out. Might be fun. Could be fun. You let me know. 40 seconds. Supporting the small of the back. Once again, watch that range of motion. Protect the small of the back at all costs. We are in it. 3, 2, 1. Lift, flex, up. Control. Lift. Belly button back and lift. Belly button back, 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 back. Up. Lift. I like my chin to my chest. I don't feel a strain on my neck at all in this. So if that works best for you, just make sure you're not tugging on the head. That's what's most important in this also. Small back, back of the body, watching the back of the body, allowing the front of the body to do the heavy lifting. Up, up. Let's see if we get one more in. You got 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Knees to chest, take a gentle rock right to left, massaging out the small of the back. Great work, everybody. That was a full belly, booty style workout. So in this position, let's go ahead and lengthen the left leg. Take your hands clasped behind the knee. You're going to drop that left leg all the way down. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of the hip flexor. In the front of the hip. That's your flexor, I should say. Inhaling. As you exhale, take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Take that rotation, bringing the right knee all the way across the body. Try to keep the right shoulder in contact with the mat and allow that back rotation. If you have any lower back issues, this is not a stretch for you. So you can kind of hang out in that knees to belly, rock right to left. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that knee back across the body and just let the hip rest open. Inhaling, exhaling, checking in with the body, sharing, I always say, appreciation to the body for everything you just put it through. We are blessed. Inhale. As you exhale, lengthen that right leg. Let's take the left leg in. Lengthening through that right leg. Try to keep as much length on that so we stretch out the hip. Right knee, or left knee I should say, comes to the outside of the rib cage if you have a good stretch on. Coming to the front of the body if that feels best or better for you. Inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes to the to the outside of the knee. As you take that rotation, make sure the belly button is back towards that spine. If you can keep your left hand shoulder down on the ground. Happy, happy. Again, lower back issues, not a good stretch for you. You can hang out in that back massage. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that left knee back across the body. Let the hip just rest open. Because, yeah, that just feels good, right? Inhale. And as you exhale, gently bring the knee back towards the ceiling. We're going to rock it right back up. Come on up to stand. We're going to do just a couple little stretches here as well. Ooh, I got my sweat on. That's good. So we're going to go ahead. We're gonna stretch out the hips. You're gonna take the right foot, you're gonna cross it over the left foot. In this position, make sure the hips are still pointing forward, shoulders are stacked. You're gonna take your right hand, you're gonna reach up and over. Think kind of a half moon from yoga. You're gonna press your hips in the opposite direction, out towards the right, getting a nice stretch down the right side of the body. You're gonna feel this and you'll appreciate it, I promise. Inhale. As you exhale, see if you can deepen that stretch a little bit more. Try to make sure you're not crashing it on that rib cage though, right? So make sure the core is still engaged. Inhale. As you exhale, come on up to stand. We're gonna switch sides. Left foot, crisscross. Make sure hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Belly button back towards that spine. Left hand comes nice and high. Take that half moon. Stretching all the way down the lateral side of the left side of your body. Inhale. As you exhale, can you deepen that stretch? Can you press? You'll definitely feel it in the hips. We like that, right? Inhale. As you exhale, come on up to stand. Let's take a quick quad stretch. Once again, let's take that knee to knee, contracting through the glute, belly button in. Inhale. As you exhale, lengthen, free that right foot, flip the toe, hinge back. Inhaling. As you exhale, see if you can deepen that stretch again. Hinging a little bit further. You want a nice flat back, belly button in. Exhale, come to stand. Last stretches, last side, left hand, left foot, knee to knee, belly button in. Stretching through the hamstring or the quad. Inhale. As you exhale, free that left foot. Flip. Belly button back, hinge forward. Full stretch going down the back of the legs. Nice flat back. Drop the tailbone if you notice it's wonky. Inhale. As you exhale, press on up to stand. And you are complete. Thank you for coming. Happy 4th of July. God bless America. We are blessed. Have a great Saturday, guys.